Warwick History gives you a cross-cut of what America was and is from the time of its inception, because it started out as a farm community. It went from a farm community on through the Revolutionary War with all of its problems, because some of the families were royalists as well as those that were on the revolutionary side. It went through all of the confusion of getting that back together again, only again to have it all broken at the time of the Civil War, where there were people who were pro-Southern, pro-Northern, anti-slavery. So we have had our ups and downs, you want to call them, but we have had our situations in which there was internal strife. The changes that were the greatest in our community was the one great change, of course, is when the railroad came through in the 1840s. Because we being farmers, I say we, the community being a farm community, the products it had to sell were the peaches, the apples, milk, and butter. Butter could be packaged, wrapped in straw, brought in a wagon to the river, and put on a packet boat and shipped to New York. At the time of the Revolutionary War, we probably shipped about 1 million pounds a year. But at the time the railroad came through, we could then send raw milk, as well as the peaches, as well as the apples. And so the ordinary farmer then became an extraordinary farmer and became more successful. And in that case, bright enough to realize what they had, what their future was, and the future of their children. We owned our own telephone company. We owned our own electric company. These were all businesses owned by local families. They sent their sons and their daughters to college. They believed in secondary education. So there was a sense of going forward, as we did in the 19th century. So if anything, Warwick was a microcosm of what was happening in America all through the end of the 18th century, through till, let's say, Vietnam, the beginning of the great change in America in the 1960s. And I think that we've weathered it very well.